Hey, Tony Gaskins here, popping in for a little ride up to the bank to get some cash for my son. And want to pop on here and first and foremost say welcome to the new members of the Solopreneur Mastermind group, and also the new members of the All Access membership, because that launched for Black Friday. So that's on TonyGaskinsAcademy.com, where you can see all the details. And if you missed the 3 reviews, it was 1 episode, but it's 3 different videos that it took me to get through it. So it was probably about 3 hours for the hour and whatever they had on their show. It take me twice the time because I be analyzing and talking and preaching. So you'll see that on the page from the Pop the Balloon. And we all fully casted now for our show that we doing the first episodes in Philly, DC, and New York. We fully casted and we got all the videographers and whatnot. So we're excited about that. Make sure you get over to the Love Levels Experience channel and subscribe to it if you haven't subscribed, and watch the first episode that we did, the pilot episode. And so we coming on for you, bringing it to you live. And so lock on in over there. The link to it is in the description if you can't search Love Levels Experience and find it. The link is in the description. But want to just, spend this time while I'm driving up here instead of wasting time, and just kind of talk to you, from the heart and yet off the top of the dome of what I'm feeling, where I'm at, because I'm in a space. And before I get into that, shout out to the people who watch every one of my videos and watch the whole video, because somebody wrote me and told me about that they watch every video, the whole video. And it was a doctor. So it was shocking, for the country boy to have a physician, watching all my videos. And so shout out to you, Doc, and then everybody else, because that's very humbling. And Doc, get on in that mastermind now. So we're going to help you start that business on the side. And that's just really what my heart and mind is. Like, we had a relationship topics, and we're going to be talking about that. And I'll probably shoot one on the way coming back, because somebody asked me to speak on the Candy Burris and Todd divorce situation. And that's a little touchy. I know Candy, and I've talked to Candy before. And also, I met Candy in person and all of that. So I know Candy personally. So she follow me on Instagram. I follow her, and we was just talking about something else the other day, like insurance, a few weeks ago. And so it's always a little touchy, because a lot of times y'all be asking me, Tony, speak on this, and be forgetting, like, I come on here, very humble and very just regular and before you, but I know all of these people. I have talked to all of these people, and so I have to still stand on business and say what need to be said, what I gotta say. But I still want y'all to realize and understand that I know the people that y'all be, and sometimes y'all forget that I am a person of influence or celebrity, meaning like know the celebrities and coach the celebrities, a celebrity life coach by day. And I think sometimes because I make myself accessible, I remember when I was at VH1 with Shawnee O'Neal, we was in the meeting and we was talking about this other love show that they got. And the lady was like, well, such and such, he can only be accessed through this show. You know, you coach regular everyday people, you know, on a daily basis. So, you know, he's technically bigger than you. And they just ain't like a black man with confidence. And they wanted me to come in there and kiss the ring and be groveling and, you know, and I'm like, this dude not even a real relationship coach. Like, y'all just put him on TV. It was some random white guy. Him and his mom had a reality show. And it's like, nah, I don't know where they at, what they doing. Probably ain't got nothing to do with love and relationship no more. And that's how they do on TV. They just put people who don't really do it in real life, but that they like on camera. They put them on there, like Niecy Nash. Like, this lady, an actress, and played in a little comedy show, and they gave her a love and relationship show. And then my co-host, when I did the show, AJ, you know, she was single as a dollar bill. I don't even think she ever been married, and she had no kids. And they had her on there as the life coach for married couples. But so that's how TV is. So sometimes y'all forget about that there. And that's very, very real. So we talk about that love relationship, but right now, to be honest with you, you know, what my heart and mind is we broke. What I mean by that, just meaning as a people, meaning as black people, and some of y'all in here too, white, the whites broke too. That's on here. And I don't mean in a literal sense of like we ain't got a dime, but what I mean is we gotta up our position in the world. Like, we gotta become more creative. We gotta start really betting on ourselves. It's like we spend all this money on these college degrees and then be in student loan debt for the rest of our life. Like, we spend all this money on college degrees and then the college degree don't even make you no money. It's like you owe 10 times in student loans than you earn a year from your college degree. Like, what kind of sense do that make? Like, how do that work? And that's the thing. So it's like we got to up our position. And that's the sole reason I started the Solopreneur Mastermind, is to teach people how to take their natural gifts and how to use it to earn a living, and to how to scale it into the 6 figure or 7 figures versus just being broke, busted, and disgusted. And so that's what we taking and focusing on. That's what we doing. And that's where I really want you to start putting your mind. Like, I know you want love. Everybody want love. And I'm going to tell y'all, let me help y'all cut to the chase. For the ladies, you ain't going to like this now. Brace yourself. You want a man, you need a thick, round booty and a flat stomach. That's it. That's it. Like you worried about the 3 B's, you worried about getting out the house, you worried about joining social clubs, you worried about praying and all that. All you need is a booty and a flat stomach. And that's that. You gonna have a man. You are going to have a man. Now the other part is you can't be mentally unstable. So it's like, there are women with a perfect booty and a flat stomach, but if you mentally unstable, or if you playing out your league, you want this guy who every single woman want, you don't want who wants you, then that'll hinder you. So of course, you know, I'm being slightly facetious, but I'm actually being real. Like, that's honestly. And if you can't do that, then you just gotta have a bomb personality. Like, that personality gotta be so cool, so chill, like just so like it just, you feel like one of the homies. Like he just could kick back and just chill with you. Like, if he need to pass a little gas, he feel now about comfortable to pass that gas. Like, that's really what it is. Like, that's really what it's gonna take. Because these men, they just want peace. So either you're gonna have beauty, a bunch of beauty, and you could be an airhead, be whatever you want to be if you got booty and beauty. And if not, then you got to bring peace. Meaning you got to be chill. Like, you can't be caught up in all your ways. So outside of that, it's time to get to the money. Like, we really got to up our GDP, whatever that means. But we got to up that, because that's really what's hurting us. That's the thing that's really hurting us right there. And so we got to wake up and smell the Folgers in the morning. And it's time to get to it. It's really time to get on to it. And no, it's not easy. But what it is simple. It's not easy, but it is simple. And so we're gonna be going through this in the mastermind, and I'm gonna show you how I run my brand and how I create, and then how you can take for your brand and create. And we doing these in the 1 hour sessions, but it's only 1 hour. Whereas with this here, we finna have 24 plus hours. No, we ain't. Telling that lie. 18 plus hours. Telling that lie. 36 plus hours. Because we're going to do 2 calls per month. And on them calls, we doing 2 hours per call. So that's 4 hours a month that we going to be doing. Y'all forgive me. I told my wife I would send money to the card. I don't know if she did. So I got to take and see. Getting money for my son. His 3rd day of his tattoo. He getting a sleeve on his arm. And it's like, you know, you got to take him. When your kid come and ask you, you got to appreciate that, because he grown. So he ain't have to ask us, because he 18. But for him to come and ask, it's like, man, go on ahead, man. Man, go on ahead. Especially you living right, doing the right thing. Here go my wife. She didn't make the transfer. And here it is. I told her, make the transfer, baby. So I got to go to another card that only I have access to, because it'll be there. But I don't know how much that one let you take out. And it's like, baby, come on, man. You got one job. You got one job. You know I'm on here filming. You know I'm on here filming. You know your husband finna be working. I don't even know what this one let you take out. Yeah, come on now. Let's see what it do. So where I wanted to take it from, my wife had to make the transfer because she controlled the money. And she ain't make the transfer. Now watch her get home, she's like, oh, I just made the transfer. Oh, it's too late now. I had to go to the other account, to a different account, and get it out of there. I done got it now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And this thing costs $2,400, what the boy doing. But sharing that with y'all, because sometimes we be so strict, so hard on our kids, and we don't let them do what they want to do, and don't realize all we do is set them up for rebellion. So it's like, if they ain't trying to go do nothing illegal, it's like you got to work with your kids. And so that's just the growth I'm having, because I can't try to push my perfection or my righteousness or my whatever on to him. If that mean that much to him and that's really what he want to do, okay, go ahead. I support you. I'm your dad. You done right. Stayed out of trouble. I went to jail in high school. Was stealing out the malls, everything. 9th grade, 12th grade. By the time I was my son's age, I had slept with 22 women by the age of 18. So him, still a virgin, never had a girlfriend. Ain't even never heard my son slip up and say a cuss word at 18 years old. So it's like I gotta support him in something, because he lived pristine. So it's like, got to give him something. But back to what I was saying, it's that time. And I'm going to tell you, it's not as hard as people make it. And you got to look and you got to ask yourself, it's like, how much money can you touch right now? And are you investing in yourself and what you're doing with it? You know, what are you doing with the knowledge that you receive? And that's where we got to get to. So, because it's a lot of knowledge. I mean, you get knowledge right for free, right on ChatGPT, or on Gemini, or whatever it is, on Google. But you got to put one foot in front of the other. And always remember the power of one. Now, we're going to go into this a lot deeper in the Mastermind. And then, of course, I got 77 courses right now in the All Access membership. So make sure you get at least one of those. But what I'm telling you is the power of one. So if you know how to bake a pie, bake an amazing pie and sell that pie. Tell your coworker, hey, I got bread pudding for sale. I got a bread pudding business. Oh, for real? How much it cost? $20. Okay, I want one. Bring it to me Friday. Boom. Now you got a sale. Now they're gonna order one every Friday if you good at what you do. So now that's $80 a month. When you break down the ingredients, you making good money. So how much you spending on ingredients? So that's $80. Guess what? When you hand off the bread pudding to your coworker, or to your hairstylist, or to your whoever, neighbor, somebody else gonna say, hey, what's that? Oh my goodness, can I taste it? And then they say, yeah, okay, I'm gonna give you one little taste. You need to buy your own though. Then boom, here goes somebody else. They want one for $20. Now, instead of 80, you make it 160. But see, you got to remember, it's just the power of one. You just sold to one person. Every one person becomes 3 people. So now you did your service or your product to one person, and they told somebody else, and they told somebody else. The next thing you know, you delivering. Within 3 months, you're going to be delivering 10 of those products, whatever it is, to your job, to your coworkers, or to your church members, or to whoever, the people at the salon. So now that's 200 a week. Now you at $800 a month. Come on, $800 a month. That's a nice chunk of your rent or your mortgage. And then, or let's say that's cool. Boom. That's taking care of your phone bill. That's taking care of your gas for the month. or your MARTA or your Subway for several months. So that's how easy it is. Like, you got to take and just make it happen. Like, you got to make it happen. And it's just one foot in front of the other. So for those of you in the mastermind, I'm going to show you how to source your products, how to create your products, your services. And people fail to realize that it's just one person at a time. And to be honest with you, a lot of times in certain things, you become your first client. So I got tied up, but what I was about to do tonight, while my nieces and their boyfriend was at our house for Thanksgiving, and everybody was laughing and talking, I'm on the computer working. I'm about to start writing my 31-day affirmation book. I already got one that's an ebook. I should just go in there and redo that one and make it the print book. Just do the print book. Just redo it. Sell that there. I could just do that. But, I may have some new stuff on my heart. That's why I'm going to rewrite it. Because it may be some updated 2026 messages that the Lord give me. And I don't use AI for it now. That's from the Lord. So, cause when I wrote the first one, we didn't even have AI. And so, yeah, and y'all, my quote app will be in the Apple store here soon, in a few days, supposedly. Hopefully. It'll be in the Apple store, just depending on Apple, if they approve it and stuff. And then we put it in the Google store. So definitely want y'all to download that. It's free. And you just read through it like a little quote book. And just be inspired. Just read the quotes. Get it in your spirit. Just let it motivate you. Take, a minute every morning. Scroll through some quotes. Get some in your spirit. Minute, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, whatever you got. Lunch break. Scroll through a few minutes. Get in your spirit. Over 300 quotes in there. And then you able to share it if you want to. Download it. Text it to friends and family. You got a friend that's going through something, scroll through the quote till you find the one that's for them. Download it, text it to them, text it to your friend, and be a blessing. So it's called Quoting Life is the app, and my developer Austin putting it in there. And we're gonna keep cranking out. We're gonna keep cranking, and there's gonna be advertisements in there. We're gonna get the advertisements in there, so that way, they not a nuisance, but that way the app able to earn a few dollars. And we're going to keep cranking it out. Then I'm eventually probably do me a devotional app or affirmations app, different little things. And just keep cranking. And so that's what I want you to realize and understand. Like, it's time to get busy. It's time to get going. Like a young lady wrote in today and lost her job. And so she had a coaching session. What's going on with the gate now? She had a coaching session, young lady, and she had to cancel her coaching session. She had to cancel her coaching session because she lost her job. And so she need the money for her bills, and I don't do refunds for discounted sessions, but I'm in an abundant mindset, and because she lost her job, she wasn't just canceling the cancel. I approved a refund, but the thing about it is, what she didn't realize is that session probably could have made her $1 million. And sometimes that's the short-sightedness that we have, is we, like $125 is not going to save your life or change your life. Like anything, if you short $125 on that, they not evicting you over that. Like they'll wait on you. They'll work with you. But the wisdom that you're going to get from that $125 could have taught you how to make money with no money. Could have taught you how to make something out of nothing. And that's the mindset shift that we have to have. And But I realized that, we so far behind. Like, I released the all access, and it's $170, and it's once a year. I had 3 people write in and was like, hey, Tony, so what do we do if we on a subscription for the $9 and, for the $9.99? And they did not realize that if you already signed up for it, then you already set up. Like, it has nothing to do with you. Like, you already set up, you already have clicked your link and got your subscription. The 170 is for the new people. So what I thought was common sense was not common sense. And I realized it's because we like digital products and selling online and that type of stuff is so foreign to us. Like, a white person would never ask that question. Like, they will already be able to do deductive reasoning and know that if I'm already signed up and my payment's coming out, nothing changes for me. Because when you have a payment code, you can't change that code once someone uses it. So once somebody pay that subscription, you can't go in and change that subscription because they didn't agree to that. So when you put a new one, now you creating a new subscription, and the people who sign up for that one, they at that subscription. So it's very simple and basic things like that in business that we don't even know and understand because we've just been raised as workers. And it's nothing to be embarrassed about, but it is something to start working on. And here's the thing, what so many people discount. What so many people discount is you only need like 10, 20 clients. And what a lot of people fail to realize is you got 1,000 Facebook friends. That's your business. Like, them 1,000 friends, when you provide a product or a service that they don't have, you will be full time. But guess what you have to do? You have to be consistent. You have to show up daily. So a lot of y'all worship a false prophetess. Well, I met that false prophetess, and that's how I know she's a false prophetess, because I know her personally. So the false prophetess, which I'm not going to be saying people names. If you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. Don't put their name in the comments if I don't say their name. And the reason why I say this is because I'm realizing that this stuff live on for history, and some of these people gonna fall off and be forgotten about. And me saying their name will keep them in history forever. So the false prophetess was flat broke. She was flat broke. She had nothing, no money. Her social media presence, she was broke. She ain't have no designer. She ain't have no nice house. She ain't have Nathan. Do you hear me? Nathaniel is what she had. But let me tell you what she did. She invested the little she did have into a course. And she bought this lady course. And the lady is a white lady. So that white lady had learned from white men how to do online internet marketing. So here you have this little black girl, little young black woman. She goes and she gets the course. And I remember she gave me the course because I downloaded it and it was on my dashboard. I opened it. It was way too much stuff in there. I never went through it. But she downloaded the lady course. She went through the lady course. She learned everything. She came to me, and she came to another relationship guy online. I told her I'm straight. I don't do that kind of tricky sales stuff, the funnels and all of that. I'm good. She went to the other relationship guy who was in it for money and for fame. He took her up on the offer. They partnered. Next thing I know, they doing events together. He was a little slow and just when it come to business, so she was able to. She a fast talker. That's how she's a false prophetess. She's a fast talker, so she was able to fast talk him, and he fell for it. And he a little younger than me, and just not as wise, so he fell for it. So they doing events. They did probably 2-3 events. She teaching him stuff, so-called teaching him stuff, but it started to help her come up. It started to make her a name, started to get her a little audience. And that's what her goal was, to collaborate, to get an audience. I don't put people on because I don't know how you live your life behind closed doors. And at this time, she was not a Christian. She wasn't saying nothing about God. She was not no prophetess, none of that. She was just trying to be a businesswoman. And then Twitter created this thing called Periscope or Telescope or something. And it was just like a video thing where you could go on and just talk on video. And she would just go on and just run off at the mouth. Just talk. And then she followed the B school to a T. That's the name of the little course. She followed it to a T. And she built the mailing list because she started to get thousands and thousands and thousands of viewers. And I remember she came to me and she told me, she was like, yeah, I'm doing this thing that Twitter just rolled out. I tried it one time, but I just didn't care enough to do it. I just didn't care enough about it. Like, I was already on. I wasn't trying to come up. I ain't had that kind of hunger for it. And it just wasn't my style. I wasn't ready to be on camera every day. But she went on camera every day. And so she started to have all of these older black women following her. Women in their 40s and their 50s, you know, seasoned and smart in their late 30s. And she ran them through the funnel that the white people use. Black people had never been introduced to that. So they got sucked up in it like caught in a tornado. Did not know what they was in. Didn't know what hit them. She put them on a mailing list by giving them like a free ebook or something like that. Got them on a mailing list. And the next thing you know, she has thousands and thousands of people on this mailing list. And she giving them content. And then next thing you know, she started offering one-on-one sessions or whatever it was. But the mailing list was so big and so poppington.com, she was able to start doing conferences. So she started doing conference and she was broke. But she started doing the conference and the conference made her rich. So the consistency of showing up online every single day put her in a position of authority and made her an authority when she literally was a peon. But just by showing up every day and talking and being the one-eyed woman in the land of the blind, she became an authority. Then she started doing these conferences, and the conferences was bigger than anybody else conferences because she systemized it. Most people just out here talking and not being consistent, and then just, organic ticket sales, and we having, 200 people show up at $25 a ticket. She came, did it the white people way. She got 3,000 people showing up at $250 to $400 a ticket. And then selling them a course and then doing all this, literally made millions. But she knew I don't get down like that. So when she got on, she didn't come back to me. Like, she positioned herself as competition, and she never came back to me. And spirits know spirits, and she know my spirit know her spirit. So what she did is she went to another motivational speaker, not the relationship guy that she hadn't already done stuff with. She didn't give him an opportunity to be on her big stage, even though he gave her an opportunity. So I imagine they fell out some kind of way. She went to a new motivational speaker who charged like 20 grand. And she paid him just to boss up on him and show him what she got going on. And that speaker manager called me and was like, hey, bro, you heard of such and such? I said, yeah, I know her. I done talked to her before. She tried to sell me on that stuff and tell me about all that right there. I say, bro, I just don't, I don't trust her spirit. Like I don't believe she authentic and she genuine in what she doing and why she doing it. He was like, man, we at a conference, bro. She done booked us for a conference, bro. She got 3,000-4,000 women in here. It's some men in here, but bruh, and it's like 250 to 400 a ticket. Like, he called me to tell me what she doing as if I was gonna be. I think he was trying to like make me jealous, and that they was there and I wasn't there, and they get in the bag and all that. I said, bruh, all money ain't good money. Like, I'm straight. Like, go right ahead. You might be up there with a witch. And so they went on, did it. They did it one time, I think. I don't know if they worked with her again. And they tried to do it, but to see she had a system in place. And literally, she came from nothing. She come from zero. As a single mom, she come from zero. And then she realized the hustle was in the church. So she started talking about God, so-called gave her life to God, gave herself a title as a prophetess. But because she had been showing up consistently every day, it made her an expert. It gave her authority because of the consistency. And there's so many women in her audience that know way more than her, that's actually are anointed, that actually are called, but they're so embattled with spiritual warfare and they have so many blocks in their mind and in their life that they won't get online and go and be consistent like Satan will every day. And so she's being led by Satan, not by God. And when you know God, you know the difference. Like, I give credit where credit due. But you know the Holy Spirit when the Holy Spirit is in you. You know what the Holy Spirit look like, sound like, move like, talk like, act like. Like, you know it. You can't confuse it. It's undeniable. And so I know she not operating from the Holy Spirit. She operating from demonic spirits. And if she watching this, she know exactly who I'm talking about. And she know I'm talking about her and she know I know her and where she operating from. But nonetheless, God reign on the just as well as the unjust. Like, there's principles in life. There's principles that if you live by those principles, what I mean is if you show up and you do the work every day, you're going to reap a harvest. If you sow seeds, you're going to reap. And so that's what she did. She showed up every day. That's all she did. Is she showed up every day and she reaped. And although her motives are not right or were not right, maybe she's repented and gave her life to Christ in a real way and trying to live right and do the right thing, she definitely touched millions. Just like the guy who took the relationship tour before it fell apart, and his star guy left the tour, and then the star woman came out and tried to expose him. So until it fell apart, he touched millions. Why? He got online and was consistent. He showed up every day. And then he systemized. He put a system in place. And so and the same thing with myself. We all were peons. Like, none of us come from a rich father, a famous dad, a famous mom. We all were peons that got online and showed up every day. Our motives are different. Our hearts are different. Who we work for may be different, but the principle remains the same. If you are willing to do the work and if you will show up, you will reap the reward. But most people make excuses and they won't show up. Most people job scared. They don't want to show their face online because they don't want to be fired. So you afraid to show your face online and you make 50, 60, 70,000 and your job could fire you any day. But if you show your face online consistently, you literally could make millions, like the rest of us who have made millions. So which one do you want? And yes, it's going to be a little time. It's going to be a little bridge. So that's why you kind of do it a certain way and you make your little money and you stack that paper. You stack that paper to give you a little cushion, so when your job, if they let you go, then you done stack paper. So if they let you go, you got a bridge. You got 3-4 months of income saved up. So now your consistency, now you can be consistent every single day, sometimes twice a day, sometimes 3 times a day, 4 times a day. You showing up, you showing up, you showing up. Next thing you know, you balling out of control. Next thing you know, you making the money. You making way more than your job could pay you. So that's what I want you to realize and understand. Like, it's time. It's time. So whether you do it on your own and you figure it out through asking Google questions or Gemini or what's the thing called? Or Chat GPT, or you come and join us in the Solopreneur Mastermind or the All Access membership, it's time. However you want to do it, it's time to do it. And so to my members, to my folks, I'm going to give away the whole game. Just like I just told you them folks' story, I know how they did it. And I know them. And they done reached out to me and they done talked to me and they done tried to work with me. So I know them. I just don't work with everybody. But for the people who invest in what God have me doing, I'm going to give you everything. And some of those people that come and invest in me, their heart not going to be in the right place. And they want to come learn, but it's like, it's not going to last if your heart not in the right place. If God ain't authorized you, it ain't going to last. So you got to make sure you're doing it for the right reason. And it's peaceful and purposeful. Hush, Bella, hush, hush, hush. That's a no-no. Hush that noise. Making all that noise for no reason. Hush that noise, girl. Doing all that hollering. And so it ain't gonna work. And that's what you got to realize. But so, hey, get on over there, TonyGadsonAcademy.com. Got 3 offerings for you. Only 3 for Black Friday. I ain't hitting you across the head with a million different offers this year. So get on there, claim your spot in whichever one you want to be in. Whether it's a live event, the virtual of that event, or the Solopreneur Mastermind, or the All Access membership to the courses, to the 80 plus courses. It's 77, but we're going to keep adding courses to it. And I'm about to start doing like little mini courses, adding to it, little different little courses for y'all, because I want to make something for everybody. So yes, the mastermind group, yes, y'all gonna be spoiled on a whole nother level, but it's still a bunch of insight in the all access membership that can really get your business up and going. So hey, this Tony Gaskin. God bless you. Keep your head up. All the important links is in the description. Also, I left my discounted one-on-one session. I saw a few people go ahead and grab that. Make sure you grab that. You'll see it say one-on-one. You make the payment. After you make the payment on the confirmation page, you'll see the link to my calendar. So don't pay and close out. Pay, go to the confirmation page and get you a link to my calendar. But listen to me, it's booking out. So it may be some December, January times on a Sunday, but other than that, the during the week time is gonna go to February. So make sure you know what you're booking. And then also, if you book 4 sessions up front, then send me an email and let me know you booked the 4 sessions. If you don't get a email from me first, send me an email, because that makes you a VIP client, and we could schedule sooner if you don't like what the calendar show you. If you like what the calendar show you, then just get on the calendar and we'll talk with what you put on the calendar. But God bless you. Keep your head up. My phone just says 10% battery. So we'll talk soon.